The whole reason I want to do mobile hunting is to get everything simplified, not have 30 extra things I have to worry about with ropes and straps and clips and blah, 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 blah. This is it. One piece. This is all you need right here. Hello, Double O crew. Welcome to Obsession Outdoors. Doing a quick little video here today, but it's hopefully going to help some people. I know I needed help trying to find a good mobile hunting solution for years, and I finally perfected it. So right now I'm on my way on this super rainy day. Hurricane Ian came through and gave us a monsoon, so I'm using this to my opportunity and advantage for pulling SD cards, moving some tree stands around. It's when it's heavy rain and high wind like this, it's an absolute great time to get out and do little things like that in the woods, because it keeps your scent away, keeps your sound dampened. So as long as you're not walking through any bedding areas, you can really get away with a lot and not spook any deer. So I use these kind of days to get that kind of stuff done. It's also great for stalk hunting if you're into that kind of thing, which I absolutely love. But anyway, it's super efficient, super easy, super lightweight. Check it out. I have everything that I need to go out, get a deer, and take it home. Everything in one backpack. And I mean everything, including what I'm shooting with. Check this out. Alright, so I got my apple flavored deer corn for the private properties. This is the mobile solution for me. I have my framed backpack, so it can be used to pack out meat. This, the handy dandy ballista bat. I know what you're thinking. What? Pistol crossbow? No way, that can't kill a deer. Yes, it can. It's already done it. Twice, actually, I've killed 2 deer with this thing. I'll get the next one on camera so you guys can see if you don't believe me. Check out for that video, or look out for that video. I mean, check these out. They're like $300. It's super convenient. As you just saw, I pulled it out of the backpack. So yeah, there's that. So you carry hands-free in the woods and out the woods. I have meat bags for if I want to pack a deer out instead of dragging a deer out. That's an option. Here are my bolts. That broadhead popped open. I'll have to fix that. Mechanicals are the only way to go with that, unfortunately. That thing is good up to 10 to 15 yards. It shoots at 330 feet per second. But for whatever reason, anytime you put a fixed blade broadhead on it, they do not fly accurately at all. They're all over the place. The mechanicals are pinpoint accurate up to about 15 yards. So as long as you're hunting with good strategy and putting yourself in transition areas or right on a deer trail of some sort, you're good to go. You don't need the distance. You don't need to shoot out across a field 70, 80, 100 yards with the crossbow. You shouldn't be doing that anyway, ethically anyway. So again, whole nother conversation. So the little piece of magic here is this. This is basically a tree saddle, but it's kind of like a swing. If you can see here, your butt sits in it like a swing. And I'll show you how it hooks to the tree and everything actually in the field. I'll leave the link to this down below. It's super cheap. It's $40. It's rated for up to, I think it's 500 pounds. So it's super sturdy. I've literally jumped up and down on this thing at ground level and tried to snap it and break it, and it's super, super sturdy. So I'll show you how to hook it up on the tree once we get out there. But it's really simple. There's no clips. There's no carabiners and all these extra ropes. And that's what threw me off from actual saddle hunting, is all the complexity of all the different things that you need to take with you. The whole reason I want to do mobile hunting is to get everything simplified, not have 30 extra things I have to worry about with ropes and straps and clips and blah, 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 blah. This is it. One piece. This is all you need right here. And you can either combine it with screw-in tree steps, or preferably the sticks that wrap around the tree, climbing sticks that you would use like for normal saddle hunting. And you can strap those right to your backpack, take them in and out. Or if you're in somewhere private, like with what I do with my screw-in steps, I just leave them there. So literally, I can set up 30 different stands if I want to, and just take this in and out, and I can go to any tree at any time. You can even get 2 of these for 2 people, use the same amount of steps for one tree, and one of you sit to one side, one of you sit to the other. Mobile is the whole point of this. It's simplified. It's so that you're not taking deer or taking 80 pounds of gear into the woods to go 3 miles back to where all the other hunters aren't on public land, and you're actually able to realistically get a deer and either drag it out with this. That's another thing I'll show you. You can use this to actually drag deer out, which is awesome. So it's like a double usage there. Or you can, you know, set your bag up to where you have like the framed backpack with the meat bags, and you can pack meat out, which I prefer to do anyway, honestly, because I look at it like I'm taking from nature, so I want to give back to nature. So I take what I use off the deer, which is almost everything that I possibly can, fill up my meat bags, and everything left over goes back to nature. All the different microorganisms and mammals and everything comes and feeds on that leftover carcass, and it's gone within a week in most places. Obviously, the bones will be left for, and hair will be left for a little longer, but again, another conversation. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Let's get to the woods, and I will show you how I climb with this thing and how it's all set up. Also, really quick, I highly recommend filming your shots for archery. It doesn't matter if you're sharing them on social media or whatever else. Filming them strictly for yourself with archery. That way you know, if you're unsure of how the hit was, you can review your footage, and you know, you get a much better idea of, okay, should I wait to go track that deer? Should I go get it now? You know, it's super helpful. This is meant for, it's by Wild Game Innovations. It's meant for a trail camera. It just has a little like threaded screw right here. And what I did was I just took a phone holder and screwed it in instead of the trail camera. And voila, you screw this into the tree. You can mount it right next to you, anywhere you are. Face it where you're predicting the deer to come through. Again, if you're hunting with proper strategy, that should be relatively easy to do, is get a good guess of which way the deer are going to come from. And if not, it swivels, so you can turn it at the last second and get all your shots on camera. And this is what I love, what I was talking about earlier, guys, about when it's raining. It's so quiet. Your movement is like cut in half because of all the wind and leaves, branches, bushes blowing around. So your movement is not as noticeable. You're not leaving any scent behind because it's getting washed away immediately. And your sound is super dampened by everything being so drenched and soaked. Like even sticks, when you step on a stick. Couldn't even hear that probably. I could barely hear it. They crack super quiet when they're soaked like that. So it's just a super stealthy way to stalk hunt and get up to known bedding areas and get a good shot on a deer. You just got to play the wind right, and then you're good to go. Alright, so here's my tree. You see my screw-in steps on here. This is private property, so in Maryland I'm legally allowed to do this. On public land in Maryland, you're not allowed to leave anything behind. So I could, on some hunting areas, take these with me and take them out every time, but they're not easy to screw in and out. So on state land, you're not even allowed to screw into the trees. So it just depends on where you're at. But for this scenario, I'm using these. If you're just strictly public land and you're in a state that doesn't allow you to screw in the trees or leave things behind, then you just simply use the climbing sticks. Always check your regulations for what's legal and what's not. Another thing, I don't have a safety harness on me right now, so do as I say, not as I do. But yeah, all jokes aside, always have a safety harness. I'm not going up high here. I'm just going to go up a step or two and show you the concept of this. But at the top, what you do is you take two of them side by side, perfectly in line, and that's what you rest your feet on. And once you're resting your feet on those, you're hanging there nice and comfortable. So you use these to climb, alternating up, 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 and then at the top where you're planning on stopping, you rest your feet on those, you strap on way up there, and you're good to go. So to strap it on, it's super simple. You just take the loop at the very end of this, take your seat and put it through, wrap it around the tree, then put it through the loop. So watch. That's it. And that's what holds you to the tree. And then to climb it, you leave yourself enough open here to get around all your steps as you go up. Hang it on the tallest one that you can reach. Get inside and then start climbing. And then move it up as you go. And once you get to where you want to get to, like I said, you reach up, cinch it down nice and tight, and then you're good to hunt. Super comfortable. Take compound all the way around to the side, or crossbow or gun. Got a nice rest here. There's the trees to rest. Perfect. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. Hope it helped. Until next time, get out there and enjoy the outdoors. Peace.